Last time on Beer Nation.
I'll take the Hefeweizen.
Nut it up.
All right.
Did I just say nut it up?
Mike and I traveled to Williamsburg, Brooklyn to talk to Barcade owner Paul Kremizian about how his bar both taps into and enhances the craft beer community.
We're here in Roselle Park, New Jersey to meet the brewmaster of Climax Brewing Company, Dave Hoffman.
And after years of working as a machinist in his father's shop, the two of them, in 1996, decided to take their home brewing hobby and turn it into a career.
Now, Climax Brewery sells about 650 barrels of beer a year, including their IPA, their ESB,
The Nut Brown.
their Nut Brown. Now, compare that 750 barrels to the over 100 million barrels that Anheuser-Busch produces, or even the 650,000 barrels that Sierra Nevada brews, and you begin to realize how much of an underdog Climax really is in the craft brew market.
So wait, what you're telling me is that unless Dave wins the lottery, there's no Climax Super Bowl ads this year.
Absolutely not, out of the question.
So Dave, like most craft brewers, have to rely on the quality of their product and the relationship they have with local bars.
Yes. You know, and one of the ways they stay connected with the craft beer community is to offer an apprenticeship for 6 months to aspiring brewers.
That sounds right up your alley, Mike.
I don't know if I've got 6 months to give. 6 minutes, maybe.
6 minutes to do it.
All right.
Let's go find Dave.
Is this it?
You know what? I think so. I mean, this is the address. Should I start banging on the door?
It says to go around back.
Oh, hope we don't get shot. This has got to be it.
I see kettles.
Oh, I see tanks.
I smell beer.
I smell grains. Oh, I'm excited. Let's go meet Dave.
Yep, let's do it. We've come for your beer, Climax.
Dave! Hey, Dave, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? It's the Beer Nation, guys. How you doing?
Good. Well,
right.
we were just talking about the apprenticeship program, and I think it would be great if we could throw Mike into the ring.
All right, well, I'm gonna hook him up with my dad. We'll take care of him. He'll get straightened out.
Whip him into shape.
Whip him into shape and teach him how to brew beer, sure.
Sounds easy.
Well, we'll see. Gonna be the 6 toughest minutes of your life.
Okay, since we're getting ready for brewing again, we gotta get this kettle sanitized. Go into the kettle and scrub it.
Into the kettle?
Yeah.
I have to climb down into it.
That's right.
All right, let's do it. Oh my God.
So you might as well step into it.
All right. Oh, super kettle cleaner. Oh, it's quite comfy in here.
You might as well go down there and start cleaning. Okay, you can come out now.
Oh, I scrubbed this hard.
It looks very clean, and I guess we are gonna be ready for brewing.
Oh, great. That's the fun part, I hope.
So how did you get started with the apprenticeship idea?
And I had a couple of guys say to me, well, look, I want to get into the brewing business and I want to open up my own brewery. And, you know, I don't really have the time or the money to go to brewing school. So they pretty much worked for like 6 months and they helped me out and I helped them out. And they all worked out going, damn, I never thought it was that much work working in a brewery.
So do you remember your very first beer?
The first beer I ever made was a pale ale. You know, the first batch of beer, I thought, it tastes kind of like beer. And then I started reading some homebrew books. And so like on the 3rd or 4th batch of beer, I made a beer that tasted pretty much like any beer you would go to the store and buy that was brewed in a professional brewery.
That's awesome.
And from that point on, my beers just kept getting better and better, and I just kept on going. You know, so more or less my brewery here, this is my hobby gone awry, you know?
Yeah, right. I know that, like, you know, your dad's German and, you know, he must have had some decent stuff in the fridge that got you into, like, brewing and all that. I mean,
He did. My dad never had any crappy beers. All he used to have was Dinkelhocker, Dab, Spaten beers, you know, all the pretty good beers from Germany. So I got accustomed to drinking those beers while all my buddies were out drinking Bud and Coors. And you know, I'd try those beers and I'd go, God, these beers have no taste. You know, once you get accustomed to the big, full-flavored beers, you know, the bland, mass-produced beers are like yellow fizzy water.
Okay, now we're gonna be getting ready to crush the grain, and we have to put 20 bags up there.
Did you say 20?
20.
All right, let's get started. Oh, it's like feathers.
It's only 55 pounds. So give me 20.
Okay. 18, 19.
So I know there's some local bars in Brooklyn, one of them being Barcade they were just at, that has a lot of your stuff on tap all the time, and that's great that you have this relationship with Paul.
And Paul's a pretty good, pretty steady customer. And he says to me, you know, the people in his bar love my beers. You know, I might be going there just to hang out and drink a couple of beers, and everybody comes up to me, oh, you're Dave? And I'm like, yeah, you know, we try to, you know, I'm here just to hang out tonight, you know, it's all right. But it's one of the few places I go that they make me feel like a superstar.
How are these relationships with either the drinkers or the bars help getting it out there?
It's kind of like word of mouth kind of thing, you know? I don't have millions of dollars to advertise, so, you know, any press I get, I'll take it. And, you know, once people taste my beers, I can say with 100% confidence that most of the people that drink my beer do not drink it once.
Well, I wonder how Mike is doing with your pops. You think 6 minutes is going to be enough?
Yeah, I don't know. 6 minutes is probably a little speck in what you need to know about brewing beer. And my dad's the old European kind of guy where, you know, it's the whip and hammer, you know?
This is really good. It's the IPA, right, you said?
Yeah, India Pale Ale.
Well done, dude.
All right, thank you.
Guys. Hey, guys.
Hey.
What's happening?
Whooped him into shape, huh?
Oh yeah.
How'd it go?
I mean, I think it went well, but your pops is a slave driver.
Tell me about it, I know. Been working with him since I'm 14. I know all about it.
I am hurting, and I could use a beer.
All right. Well, we got glasses and beer, so we're ready for you.
I'm glad you do.
All right.
So we've gotten the beers into kegs. What's next, Dave?
Deliveries are next. We try to make our deliveries here within a 48-hour period. Actually, I believe 24-hour period is better.
You know, and it's that kind of personal service that's really important to craft beer drinkers, because you're not dealing with a macro brewery, an unnamed macro brewery and board of directors. You're dealing with a brewer, and it's the feeling that you are drinking a product of that brewer that really keeps this craft beer revolution going.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we now know you personally, and so do all you guys out there. So join us next time on Beer Nation for more craft beer extravaganza time.
Extravaganza time.
All right, guys.
All
Cheers.
right. Cheers.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having us. It's been an extravaganza time.
And I'm going to be filing a lawsuit against your father.
I want to